Misbah-ul-Haq's statement over future puts spotlight back on Pakistan's flaws. Pakistan skipper Misbah-ul-Haq will have a big decision to make on his retirement after the Test series in England ends, whether to stay or walk away. Misbah-ul-Haq is Pakistan's current Test captain. He is 42. Has grown a beard, has shown signs of aging, has found diving and fielding a bit tough. Nevertheless, he is leading Pakistan in the Test series in England, where his army is in a do-or-die battle to draw level with opponents who have come back bouncing from the defeat at Lord's. While Misbah's bat has done the talking on the tour, he has been in a war with himself, whether to walk away leaving a young side at a difficult time or to stay. An army commander, who has been severely wounded, has scars on his face, body a bit stiff. Misbah does not want to leave his team in situations where he knows they will endeavor hardships. When speaking to the media before the final test of the four-match series, at the Kennington Oval, Misbah was as expected questioned about retirement. To which he replied, "It's really difficult for me to leave the team on these difficult tours. Pakistan will be touring Australia later in the year, where playing conditions might be a bit similar to that in England. Bouncy wickets and swing would pose a big threat to Pakistan on foreign soil then. Add to that, their latest worry, their inability to play reverse swing. They were destroyed by England in the third test at Edgbaston by some fabulous reverse swing bowling as they succumbed to a 141-run loss." Misbah had admitted after the defeat that his team was clueless against reverse swing. He even went to the extent of suggesting that Pakistan might have to send their young bowlers to master the art from England. The only paradox to the statement was the fact that Pakistan had perfected the art of reverse swing bowling over the years, and it was them being on the receiving end now. Anyway, when Misbah was asked about his thoughts on the tour to Australia, he said, "I'll be looking forward to that, but let's see how it goes after this series, and how I plan my future. That could be really hard for someone young, even as a batsman, to replace me in Australian conditions, and obviously it would be a challenge for a young captain. I will keep trying throughout this test, and if Pakistan needs me afterwards, that's another point. I will think about that after the series, but for the moment this is important for me in the Pakistan team. I will just go about this test match." Misbah had not been vague, he had been honest. He knows how his side's inexperience had cost them dear after a 1-0 lead in the series. He also realizes the magnitude of the task at hand to lead Pakistan. Perhaps, after the Edgbaston test, he came to light with England's bowling strength. And perhaps, he also knows that without him, the batting lineup shall look hollow, for he holds it together. Maybe now a tiring Misbah knows it is not as easy as it looks. What he also knows is that his side is number 3 in the test rankings, with a chance to be number 1 as well. He, by the look of it, also isn't assured about the kind of batting and captaincy potentials that lie in front of Pakistan cricket. Mohammad Hafiz has had a disaster of a series until now. Sami Islam has looked promising but has played just one test. Yunus Khan, a veteran of whom there were immense expectations from, has failed on the deliverability aspect in an important away series, and he is getting old as well. He might announce his retirement anytime soon. Azhar Ali is perhaps the only choice Pakistan will have for captaincy, but it might have an adverse effect on his batting. It's a complex situation therefore. While it also should be understood that Misbah can afford to make these statements, he has got runs to back it up. In 64 tests, Misbah has collected 4,619 runs at a mind-blowing average of 48.62. He has 10 hundreds and 34 50s to his name. In the last 11 tests, since 2015, he has scored 883 runs. Think about it, has any captain ever said it would be tough to replace him? No. Misbah knows the situation well. He knows about his value to the team. The England tour has just made things clearer. It all looked heartwarming and upbeat when Pakistan began their campaign at Lord's, beating the hosts by 75 runs. Mohammad Amir had returned in fashion, Yasir Shah had become the world #1 test bowler, the press-ups celebrations were ecstatic, and to top it all, Misbah had led as commander-in-chief, with 100 in his first innings at the home of cricket. But now when they have to dig in deep, give everything they have and find a way back into the series, finish the tests on a good note, Misbah is again ready. But he has always been ready. From rescuing his team from 77-3 to taking them near 350, from leading his team out of a spot-fixing shamefulness to making them earn their lost recognition, Misbah has never shied away from responsibility. He has been their savior, he has been a pillar of strength. If even at 42, a captain is not worried about his own fitness, about the formats he has done away with and only concerned about Pakistan cricket's rise, it sends out a huge message to all his contemporaries, his teammates and others. And when he says, "I don't have that sort of fear of failure, otherwise I would have retired long ago, I am always up for challenges and never thought of the results. I believe in just looking at the challenges and trying hard," you know that Pakistan cricket had found a real gem. A loyal serviceman, a determined commander-in-chief and of course the true gentleman for the game.